So, after that relatively successful previous Digimon Survive video where we kind of went over just where the fuck has it been? Where is Digimon Survive? It kind of opened my eyes that there are still other people who like Digimon in this particular little community that I have besides me. So here we are. We did a little bit more digging and, well, we found a dev interview, a dev update, and it's one that I've never seen before. So we're gonna blindly take a look at it together, you and I. So go ahead and get yourself strapped in, a little locked in, set that beautiful like button ablaze for me, subscribe and join the Zebra gang. Check out thezebracorner.com or .net. I own both domains. Weird flex, but it's a flex that I will flex till the day that I die. And let's talk some Digimon, my friends. We have Digimon Survive devs on the game's concepts, choices, Digivolution, and the amount of Digimon. So it's gonna be kind of a lot of interesting things for us to learn. Now, I know that this is relatively old, but some people like me haven't seen or heard or read a lot of the different updates simply because we were just kind of waiting for it to come out. But now that we've been starved for so long, we are here to look for said information, and this is a good source for it. So let's see what we can learn now. So it was from a Famitsu issue. Talking to some of the developers, and we got some questions. First question, could you tell us a bit about the game's driving concepts and its development? Which was answered by Habu and Katsaki? I'm probably going to butcher a lot of these names. I am not Japanese, and I, obviously, and I don't have the correct dialect, the correct pronunciation of the names and stuff, so I apologize ahead of time, but let's try and continue. As of late, the Digimon games have primarily consisted of two series, Digimon Story and Digimon World, both of which World, I have enjoyed World. Story I still have yet to play as of yet, but I did buy it on Steam, so we are going to be checking it out soon. This new series arose from the desire to implement a concept from the anime in a game. Digivolution stems from the bonds Digimon have with humans. Reproducing that in a game was the driving concept throughout planning. So it seems that we might have some Persona-esque shit in Confidants to further your Digimon's strength through Digivolution and bonds. So that's gonna be fun. Then we continue. The adventure portion of the game has a simple, light-filling playstyle that allows the player to experience the story without much difficulty. The battle portion, likewise, is much like a simple tactical RPG. Another driving concept was allowing players to experience the charm of Digimon through a system players might already be familiar with. So, basically, they wanted it to not so much be you just level up and your Digimon will digivolve. They wanted you to be able to have to make those bonds and feel for your companions for them to get stronger, like it does in the show. And then they also wanted it to be a relatively easy to swallow, easy to take experience. So kudos to them. What role does Digimon Survive play in relation to the other games? We're developing a new Digimon story game alongside this title, but development for that is taking a bit long. I don't know what Digimon game they're talking about with that. But, so before we release that, we're offering Digimon Survive to the players as a new Digimon content. It'd be nice if this evolved into a third series all its own, which I certainly do hope, if it's good at least. Which I'm thinking that it probably, at bare minimum, will be enjoyable. Simply because, again, I'm in the camp of enjoying tactical RPG games. Like, that shit is fun. So, I'm probably going to definitely enjoy it. Let's just hope that the rest of the fan base enjoys it. We've heard that choices will bear some weight in this game. In what way Will that affect the story? And we did see a little bit of that in the previous video, that your choices are going to actually matter and whatnot. So now we're about to find out whether or not, like, what the developers have to say about that particular portion. In the in the adventure portion of the game, the player can move from area to area and interact with the characters there. There, the player can advance the story by checking objects and gathering information. Over the course of the game, the protagonists will also find themselves in situations where they have to make choices, and based on those choices, the story will change. Characters may even die due to the player's choices. Oh, wow. Okay. So we are going to have potential death based on our choices. Cool beans. In making this game, we found that we can do a lot more than the anime would have allowed. This choice-centric system will emphasize the tension that comes with having to survive. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. All right. So does that mean there are multiple endings? And I'm assuming it has to be, simply because, I mean, if you do certain thing and it kills certain character, they can't be in the ending, so something has to be different, you know? But the answer is, due to the sheer number of choices the player will have to make over the course of the game, we couldn't accomplish what some might expect out of a game with multiple endings. The scenario unfolds as you play the game, and right now we're working with about 3 routes, though we're thinking that if we can, we'd like to add an extra one. Okay, so yes, there will be multiple endings. I mean, he could have just said, yes, there's going to be multiple endings, but they're not going to be as extensive as some people might be expecting, you know? But anyways, does the battle portion of the game change at all according to the player's choice? And the answer is yes. Depending on the player's choice, enemies and allies' statuses may change. Okay, this is, I'm sorry, this is seeming like it's definitely going to be a very, very fun Digimon game. How exactly does Digivolution happen in battle? In battles, Digimon digivolve by consuming energy. By the end of the battle, your Digimon will have reverted back to Agumon. The player's choices also determine which Digivolutions are available. Ooh. This can lead to an advantage or disadvantage depending on the enemy's attribute. As such, choices are the key to victory in this game. Okay, cool beans. I am looking forward to that. I'm sure people would be interested in hearing how many Digimon will appear. And the answer to that is somewhere around 100. So cool. That's enough. It'd be fun to try and guess which Digimon will end up appearing in game. Lastly, do you have anything to say about the future of Digimon games? And I just hope that the answer is there's gonna be more. I'm hoping the game's uniqueness will help the Digimon franchise last long into the future. Digimon is a series with an incredibly large amount of content, from anime to toys. It can get confusing, and it may be harder for people unfamiliar with the franchise to get into the series. Since it's a video game, though, somebody can play it and still have a fun time, even if they know nothing about Digimon. Cool beans. But that was a piece from 2018. Jeez Louise, man. Wow. Wow. I'm trying to keep hope that we are going to definitely get this goddamn game. Please, sometime soon. But it is nice to have a little bit more info on what to look forward to. So I'm not exactly too much in the dark anymore. But story-wise, still completely there. But let me know what you guys think. How excited are you? Are you still keeping hope in Digimon Survive like I'm attempting to do? And yeah, let me know down in the comment room where you guys are reigning supreme. And that's all that I got for you. Daddy Zebra the best on YouTube, signing the fuck off. Have yourselves a nice rest of your day and a nice juicy hot chickadee a goddamn mwah cha, my friends. Oh, please just give me something.